YouTube! Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about the toughest time in my life, the biggest challenge I had to overcome, and how that led me here to where I am right now. Before I get into it, I just want to introduce myself. If you don't already know already, I'm Tyler White. I'm not the best at telling stories, so hang on tight. The year is 2016. I'm really overweight. I'm depressed. I am just miserable. Completely miserable. I was 19 or 20 years old. I finally moved out of my parents' house and I moved in to an apartment with my cousin Jimmy, who was the best roommate, man. He was great. We both watched sports. We had a lot in common. We just did our own thing. We obviously got along. We never fought. While I was living with him, I had a job at a country club. This was my second or third year at the country club. We got a new head chef. We didn't get along at all. So me and him got into it, and then I got fired. Now, I remind you, I'm living with my cousin. I had got an apartment with him. So I had no job, $100 in my bank account maybe. It was tough. So while I was out looking for another job, I stopped at the way home at McDonald's, because remember, I was a big boy. My car broke down. Right? My car broke down. Transmission, gone. So I'd gotten fired from my job. I have my own place. I have rent, everything. I got payments, car insurance. My car breaks down. No car. No car, no job. Rent's due in like 10 days. I got $100 in my bank account, maybe two. I had to do something, man. I was stressed now. I was already depressed and I was stressed. A couple days later, my cousin told me, hey, you should go apply at the restaurant down the road from us. That way you can work, get some bills paid off, save up some money, get another car. It's walking distance. I was like, yeah. So he brought me to the restaurant, drove me there. I applied, then I got hired. So I was working there for about 4 or 5 months, just walking to work every day, walking home. I was lucky enough to have some good friends, coworkers drive me home. My friend Fab, Veronica, Christiana, Sam, like a bunch of people. My cousin would pick me up, drop me off from time to time, but he had a tight schedule because he was working. So lucky enough, I had friends to pick me up and drop me off if it was raining or snowing, but mainly I walked to work, about a 30-minute walk. So time goes by, I'm working my butt off a lot, walking, working, get a ride, working, get a ride, walking, work, on and on and on. So I got my best friend Amber a job there. She became a hostess and then a server, and then now she's a bartender. But while she was working there, we had no car, she was nice enough, if we were both working and she had to stay later than me at the job, she would let me take her car home. And then when she's done, I'll drive there. And then she would drop me off. Like, I was so thankful to have these people. So we're going to fast forward a little bit. So about, like I said, 4 or 5 months go by. My mom came, picked me up at my apartment, and drove me to get a car. So I got the Chevy Malibu. I loved it. I was so happy. Finally got a car. My buddy Fab was walking around going, Tyler's giving rides, guys. It was so funny. Like, everyone was happy for me. My coworkers were just as happy as I was to have a car. They were happy for me because they're nice, and also they don't have to give me rides anymore. But one thing I was very thankful, my cousin was so good, man. He was so good. You know, he helped me pay a lot of bills. You know, he gave me rides to places. If he was off, I was off. He would take me grocery shopping. He was great, man. I do remember I can't thank him enough paying back, but one thing I did for his birthday, I bought him, like a month early, I bought him a new PS4 Pro, like PlayStation 4 Pro. He was so surprised, obviously, but it was just a way for me to thank him for everything he's done. I know he liked playing at times. He wasn't crazy about it, but he had a good time. He was obviously surprised, came out of nowhere, but it was just a way for me to thank him for being there, and I was lucky to have him. Really, I really was. So I got a car, right? I have a car. I'm driving. I'm still like 300 pounds, right? Depressed, but I'm happier now because I got a car. Getting a little happier. So I'm doing my thing. I'm still working there. Eventually I'm a server there. And this is important. One of my friends, her name is Madison Roberts. I'm still keeping in touch with her. She's still a pretty good friend of mine. This is very important. This friendship I made with her was vital. So important. And she may not know it. I'll tell you why. When I met Maddie, I became friends with her. She was a hostess. She posted a picture on Snapchat of a shake she got. It looked so good. It looked like ice cream. I said, hey, what is that? She was like, oh, don't worry. It's not coffee. It's a healthy protein shake. I was like, wow. So I saw her the next day at work and I was like, hey, what was that? And she ended up bringing me there, showing me the place. So I went got introduced while I was big and heavy, got introduced to this place called Healthy Vibes. And I walked in and the owner's like, oh my God, hi, welcome. Do you have any fitness goals? I was like, whoa. I was like, I mean, I just want to get invited to pool parties in one day, you know, like joking around. And she was like, oh my God, great, we'll do that. I was like, what is this? She put me on this 3-day trial like program, and I lost a few pounds in a 3 days. I was like, whoa, this stuff's good. It tastes like ice cream. It's amazing. So after the trial, I started, just eating better, because I noticed once you start feeling better, you start loving it. So I started eating better, going to this nutrition club a lot, like 3 times a week. And I started losing some weight. Now, eventually, I would say like 6 months later, my other friend Brianna, who I worked with, said, hey, go work at this place. You need to go work at this place. I was like, she's like, no, go work at this place. Like she like kicked my butt. She'd go work at this place. So I went there, started working behind the bar. It was so fun. It was a nutrition club. I went there, started working behind the bar. I ended up losing more and more weight because I was drinking these things all the time and eating better and being surrounded by healthy people. I ended up losing 93 pounds. 93 pounds. Hello? I'm actually now still a coach, but after I started working there, I became friends with obviously the other workers. Another key friendship is, her name is Julia Burke. I'll tell you about that very shortly. I started working there, became friends with all of them, every single person there. So Julia and I became good friends. My best friend Amber would come in and visit me. All my friends would come in, everyone. It was so fun, man. It was the most fun I've ever had at a job. So we're gonna fast forward more. I know, I'm all over the place, but hopefully you're sticking along. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. It's about another like 6-7 months. My best friend Amber said, hey, I'm going to Ariana Grande. I'm gonna go meet her in Miami at the beginning of next year. You gonna come? I'm like, yeah. So I went with her. So we ended up going to Miami. This is my first time in Florida. First time in Florida. She's been there before. This is my first time ever in Florida. It's 2019 now. I'm going fast. It's 2019 now. First time ever in Florida. First time. We're there for like 4 days. It was the most fun I've had on vacation in a long time. She actually posted a video of it, a vlog. It's so fun. You should check it out. It was the most fun I've had on vacation in so long. So while we were there, she went to the Ariana Grande concerts 2 nights, Friday and Saturday night. She met her, did all that, meet up and all that stuff. I didn't go because I just didn't really have any interest in going. So my coworker Julia, she knew that I wasn't going to be with Amber at the concert. I was going to be alone, which is fine. She decided to fly down with her boyfriend, Josh, who is from Florida. It was one of the nicest things I've seen someone do. They flew down, they came down, spent some time with me. We went to Topgolf, jet skiing. We did so many fun stuff. This is the first time I really hung out with Josh, got to know him, her boyfriend. So a couple days later, me and Amber fly back to Massachusetts. Vacation's over. It was like 65 degrees. It was like beginning of June, 65 degrees, raining. It was terrible. So I texted Josh and Julia saying, hey, it's cold as bleep up here. I'm coming back down, joking around. So Josh called me that night. He says, hey, Julia wants to move down here. Do you want to move down here with us? I was like, what the heck? I was like, hold on, let me call you back. I forgot to say I was living back with my parents now because my cousin had to move for work. I went to see my mom. I said, hey, I found some roommates for my new place. She was like, oh yeah, where? I was like, it's in Florida. She started laughing. I'm like, I'm serious. And she goes, I think you should think about this more. I'm like, yeah, I should. So I go upstairs. I call Josh. I'm like, hey, let's do it. I fly down, look at places with Josh. We found this amazing place. It was a beautiful place in Boca Raton. A beautiful area. As you can see, I got water here. I love the water. I've come to love the coast over the years. So this was a perfect place. West Palm Beach, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, without traffic, all within 45 minutes. I really went from living with my cousin, who was awesome, in a decent place. It had everything I needed. It was affordable, which is the most important. Luckily, it was affordable because I had no job at one point. To this really nice, amazing place. All the amenities were new. It has a nice pool, party room, everything. It's so sweet. This is where it gets important. One of the hardest times in my life was when my car broke down. I had no job. I was depressed. I did not see a solution. I saw nothing but darkness. It was terrible. And I was quiet about it. I didn't speak about it. If I never went through that, I don't know where I'd be. Because let me tell you, my car breaking down led me to the restaurant. I became friends with Madison at the restaurant. Maddie led me to the nutrition club. I met Julia there. Julia led me to Florida where I am now, living in a better place. Amazing. It's 85 degrees today in the middle of February. I just went to the beach. I'm going for come on, hello. I'm not trying to show off or flaunt or anything like that. I want you to realize if you're going through something, ride it out. Hang on tight, ride it out. Because I'll tell you, if that never happened, I would not have met Maddie, Julia, Florida. I would not be here. I'd be overweight somewhere, being miserable still. Who knows? With health problems, 93 pounds heavier. So my message, this is the whole point of this story. That when you're going through something, my car breaking down, no job, keep riding it out because that will lead you to better places. Just keep riding it out. It's all in the mindset. It's all in the mindset, man. Just keep going, get back up. For another example, one of my buddies, Austin, he's a professional motocross racer. He's had such bad luck, man. He's a great dude. He's had such bad luck. Every year he crashes, gets hurt. And he comes back every year and goes again. That's what you have to do in life, man. Every time you get hurt, you're down, you're depressed, keep riding it out, keep going. You just don't know where it'll take you. And I will say, I am very thankful for this hard time in my life. Because of that hard time in my life, I'm here right now. Beautiful area, going to the beach in February, making great new friends. Miami, West Palm's down the road. Doesn't get much better than this, guys. So one last time, if you're going through something really bad, heartbreak, tragedy, depression, no matter what it is, keep riding it out. Just ride it out. Reach out to someone if you have to. Just ride it out and see where it takes you. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I know it's a long story, but hopefully you got the message. If you enjoyed my story, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. So close to my first goal. I hope you guys are having a great day, week, month, and year. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video.